G'day guys, and today it's time that we put the final nail in the coffin of Christine Ford's accusation of Brett Kavanaugh. What I've done is, rather than report on the case as it is unfolded, I've decided to just wait and gather up as much information as I can and do it all in one fell swoop. So today we're going to be talking about 5 different headers that I think are pertinent to the situation. So the first one is missing information. Christine Ford can't nail down the year her sexual assault happened, so she can't nail down how old she was and what grade she was in. And unfortunately, this just helps in preventing Brett Kavanaugh from having an alibi. She can't remember how she got to and from the party, as whoever drove her to and from the party, she was 15 at the time, and it has been predicted that she was at least 6 miles from home. And of course, the person who drove her or got her to and from the party would be a key witness who could remember, oh yes, Ford was crying at the time and told me about this horrible thing. So since she can't remember how she got to and from, it keeps her accusation vague. She also cannot exactly recall where the party occurred. The notes Ford's therapist took in 2012 do not specifically mention Kavanaugh, stating that my attackers, quote, were from an elitist boys' school who went on to become, quote, highly respected and high-ranking members of society. Couple this with the vagaries of when and where, it keeps the accusation very broad and stops Kavanaugh from having a viable alibi. We next move on to inconsistencies. Ford told the Washington Post she was upset Trump won the 2016 election because he mentioned Kavanaugh was one of Trump's Supreme Court picks. However, Trump didn't shortlist Kavanaugh as a Supreme Court pick until 2017. A GOP timeline report has recently shown that 2 men have come forward claiming that they were the ones who assaulted Ford, claiming this happened in 1982. What is interesting to mention here is that Ford, who cannot remember when this party occurred, can't remember where it occurred, can't remember how she got to and from, has claimed that she was absolutely sure that it is Brett Kavanaugh and she has not falsely identified anyone. So she's it's like she's picking and choosing when her memory works. Witnesses. Her 4 party attendant witnesses, who she called forth, deny all knowledge of the party even occurring, including, quote, a lifelong friend, Leland Ingham Kaser. Her immediate family, so her mother, father and 2 siblings, are all absent from a letter of support written by the family. Surely, if someone was to know about this event within the family, it would be the immediate family. She never told anyone of the event until she told her therapist in 2012. Neither did she go to the hospital or police for swabbing, for any DNA, Kavanaugh's hair, skin, maybe rubbed off on her, that sort of thing. So there are no official records of, say for example, a woman turned up this night at this time claiming she came from this place and was assaulted by this person. So there's no official records of the event and no one seems to know of the event. Which leads to my next point. Her high school friends have no memory of the event. A critique of this entire debacle is, of course, political opportunism. Ford is an anti-Trump Democrat. She has been cited and confirmed to be at anti-Trump rallies. Her lawyer is a Democrat activist lawyer. Senator Feinstein, the same Senator Feinstein whose office was infiltrated by a Chinese spy, received Ford's therapist notes in July, but held onto them until 1 week before Kavanaugh's hearings. Her aides have neither confirmed nor denied that she conferred with Ford or her attorney before publishing, or that she had been in contact with Ford in the previous months. This neither confirm nor deny stuff is just the politician shuffle, a way of avoiding getting in trouble if you're found out to be lying. Which is my next point. Feinstein did lie. Ford's attorney has stated that Ford and Feinstein were, quote, in touch since Feinstein received the letter in July. The substance of these talks is unknown, but many people have speculated it would have been strategizing and tactics, the best way to take down Kavanaugh, essentially. My own personal thought is that Feinstein is a political animal at this point. She's trying to repair the PR damage done by the fact that she had a Chinese spy infiltrated and recording and reporting who knows what for the last 20 years. It should also be noted at this point that Christine Ford stands to make quite a lot of money from this event. TV shows, talk shows, being interviewed, speeches forever, book deals and that sort of thing. I've heard that another Supreme Court nominee who was accused of sexual assault, the lady who brought that up is still speaking today and still making money, of course. So yes, Christine Ford does have a fiscal incentive, and this could have been how the whole thing started in the first place. I have no evidence of this whatsoever, but it could have been a pay-to-play sort of thing. We'll pay you $1 million to smear Brett Kavanaugh, delay his appointment till after the midterms, in which we, the Democrats, will win, hopefully, and then be able to block his appointment. My fifth heading is an interesting point I don't think enough people are talking about. Christine Ford is a professor of psychology. This means three very important things. Christine Ford should know that eyewitness testimony is notoriously unreliable. She should also know that memory can be falsified and cannot be relied upon. She should also know that polygraphs or lie detectors are not a credible source of identifying whether someone is telling the truth. Yet she has used all three things in her crucifixion of Brett Kavanaugh. By her own professional standards, we should toss her accusation out the window. To conclude, I don't think this slandering sexual tactic is going to go away anytime soon. We saw that it's very effective. Roy Moore got tossed out of government based on slanderous claims that you could prove were false, but it didn't matter to the voters. So in the short term, this will continue, this will escalate, but this will also result in the fire snuffing itself out, so to speak. It burns too hot, too bright, too fast, and people will see just how bullshit all this stuff is. It's just getting more and more hysterical, and you can see this in microcosm with Kavanaugh's case. As I said, the case is escalated with routine occurrence. He's a fondler, he's a cockslapper. No, he's actually a drugging serial rapist. Eventually, people will not be able to swallow the propaganda. And at that tipping point, they're going to wake up and see the freak show that the public trial has become and snap out of it. And hopefully, like me, stand up, get on the internet, and speak out against it. Thanks all for sticking around, and have a good one.